Hey guys, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And I hope you enjoyed this interview. Nigeria, my guest is joining me right now, Mr. Abolaji Oluwasegun, the Chief Executive Officer of Leisure Court Estate Limited. Welcome to you, Bolaji. Can I say that?
Very well.
Yes,
Thank
welcome.
you so much.
Now let's get started. These housing initiatives that we're seeing up and down, let me start from there. Coming to work this morning, I see that a lot of even estates are springing up even here in Asukoro. Different housing estates everywhere, but a few are also empty. Why do you think that there's that growth right now in terms of building houses and what have you? Can you just answer that in a few seconds?
Well, I think the reason why we have, the growth now, just for like a week or two now, the construction activities has peaked again because the naira is now gaining strength against the dollar, and most of the building materials are priced in dollars. So, for example, when naira went up to, when dollar went up to 1,800, 1,900, cement jumped astronomically from 5,500 to 12,000. So it's beginning to come down now, and a lot of construction activities are peaking again. So I hope it continues like
what
this.
categories of building materials are coming down? Is cement coming down? How about rods? Because there are other components to building, even the services, because you will employ plumber, electrician, architect, and all of that. Because we've also seen here in the country that even as the naira strengthens, some commodities are still not going down in prices. So what category of building materials are going down? Or are all of them going down prices?
Well, generally, I think there's been an appreciable change in the prices. Although, we have this kind of mentality in Nigeria that when things go up, they don't come down.
Yes.
But I think to an extent, they're already coming down. The iron rods, cement, and a few other materials,
but
not all.
A bag of cement?
A bag of cement now is about 7,800, 7,500, as the case may be in different areas.
Okay. Now, you are the Chief Executive Officer of Leisure Court Estate. What does it take to really own a home in this country? How many millions should I put away? That's one. Then number two, the rise of flexible payments, to pay for houses. How much can we also trust people like you and your colleagues? Because there's also been, okay, I'll pay for a land, I no go see the land. Or I go pay for a house, they no go give me the key quick. All of that. Yeah, speak to me about this.
Well, you see, when you're talking about how much it costs to get a home in Nigeria, it depends on the individual. It depends on which part of the ladder you are. Are you on top of the ladder? Are you in the middle? Or are you at the bottom? Like I say usually that when you're talking about affordability, affordable housing, for me, there's nothing like affordable housing because affordability is relative. What we have is, properly or well-built houses and poorly built houses. In some other places where, people say they are affordable housing, you discover that they are low-quality housing. Now, if I must tell you, to get a house in Nigeria is actually not cheap because the land is not cheap, it's not easy to come by, the building materials are expensive, even the services are also expensive. So it's pretty difficult. And from research, you discover that Nigerians that desire to really have a good home, only 10% of them can afford it. Unlike, and Nigeria is rated to be the best in Africa or the giant of Africa. If we are to compare ourselves to our counterparts, maybe the UK, in the UK, for example, is 78%. In the US is 72%. In China is 60%. In Singapore, for example, is a whooping 92% of their population that can afford to, live in a good home.
Even though Singapore doesn't have so much land.
They don't have. But, their land mass is equivalent to their population as well. So, we need to do more. A lot needs to be put into place.
What
for
are the lots
Nigerians.
more that you expect to be done? There's a Minister of Housing, Minister Dangiwa, I guess.
Yes.
But yes, what do you expect government to do? Then number two, of course, you're a builder, you have estates, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah.
For people listening now, like how much can I buy a house?
Well, like I said,
Yes.
it depends.
Give me a range. And
a range, I'll say between 25 million.
Okay.
From 25 million upward if you're going to get a decent home.
Okay. And what is a decent home? Is it 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom?
2-bedroom.
2-bedroom.
Yes.
And it depends on the area. Perhaps here in Abuja.
Exactly.
Like which area?
If you're talking about maybe Apo,
Okay.
and maybe you're talking about
Apo
Airport
is not
Road.
bad too.
It's not
Airport
bad.
Road is
If you're
not
talking
bad.
about Airport Road,
Yeah.
if you're talking about places like Wasa
Okay.
and some other
There's a
places,
house or the carcass?
outskirts. Yeah.
Is it the carcass or
No, completed building.
completed?
Yeah, 2-bedroom.
Okay.
You can get it for at least 25 million.
How about for people that want to? Is there a way for people to do flexibility in payment? Because I know that is why we need to have also a good mortgage system, a good credit system, as it were. But for people that want to do spread their payment, are there options for that now? Because I know a few of you that are also doing that.
Yes, there's option of installment payment plan, but it depends on how. For some companies they can only take up to 6 months. Some others can take 1 year, 2 years. I think the maximum I've seen for a real estate company is 3 years, because real estate companies are not mortgage banks,
Banks, yes.
and they are not commercial banks. So
I wonder where people get your monies from. You don't want to divulge that to me. Where people get your money from to build all these estates I'm seeing in this economy?
It's not a difficult thing if you are into the business.
Okay.
Sometimes you go borrowing. Sometimes it's bank loan, and the interest rates are high.
Okay.
So the mortgage system needs to work. In an economy where the mortgage system is not working, it's pretty difficult.
Okay. Finally, because we have to go now.
Okay.
Finally, what do you have to say to government? I haven't forgotten that question. You haven't answered it yet. Yes.
Well, what I have to say to government is that government should simplify the accessibility to land, because I usually tell everyone, that cares to listen, that if the issue of land is solved and we're able to access land easily, 50% of the problem is solved. The others, like building materials and every other thing, takes the remaining 50%. So, in a situation where you have to buy from a third party or buy at exorbitant rates or go into some unfavorable, sometimes unfavorable joint ventures, which most often end up in courts. That's I don't want to talk about other factors,
we
because
can be here for
there are a lot of
2
them.
hours.
Exactly.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abolaji Oluwasegun, Chief Executive Officer, Leisure Court Estate Limited. So, thank you. Hope to see you again.
It's my pleasure.
All right, that's the much we can take on today's edition of the program. I hope you've all been informed and educated. Please join us again next time. I am Nancy Naji. Be the best you can be and be the change that you want to see. Bye now. Thank you for watching. In case this is your first time watching us, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, drop your comments as well as like, and most of all, share our content.